Namaste. Welcome to the Vinyasa for some lungs. So let's start just sitting, hands on your knees, rooting the sitting bones and these hard parts on the buttocks. Wiggle a little bit forwards and backwards to feel them. Roll the shoulders backwards and down. Chin slightly in, but that there still is space and softness by the throat. And bringing the crown all the way up to the ceiling. And collarbones long backwards. Back up. Close your eyes. Just creating space in the spine. And creating space for heart and lungs and all the other organs to sit straight. That's what we also forget, also in our daily lives, when we sit on a chair or hanging out on the couch. If we all the time collapsing, all these organs are getting too much compressed, so that's not nice. So give them space to open up. And then relax the arms, hands, fingers. Let them really hanging down. Legs really soft. No effort there. Just breathing into the nose and breathing out to the nose. Bringing your hands together. Here the ritual to start a day or to start a class. To give respect and gratitude to the place where you are. To the time where we're living in. To yourself. And to everything that's around you. And as well as respect and gratitude for the wisdom and knowledge. And open your eyes, bringing your hands on your knees. Today we start with a full deep breath. So breathing deeply in and deeply out. So the full yoga breath is in 3 states. So the first one, you're breathing into the belly. Then breathing more into the flanks, so that's still 1 breath. And then the last tip of that breath, you're breathing into your chest. So maximum air into this space, and then you hold. Long exhalation. All the air is out. Then a normal breath. And then we do again this breath in 3 states. So inhale first to the belly, into the flanks, as last very high into the chest. Just hold your breath. You can lower your chin, but only if you like that. Closing your eyes maybe, holding a little bit longer. Relax your shoulders. And then lifting the chin, and then you're breathing out all the air smooth going out. Everything is out. Just 1 normal breath. Exhale. 1 more yogi breath. So inhale to the belly, the flanks, all the way up to the chest. Then chin down, holding your breath. Close your eyes maybe. And then exhale. Smooth everything out. Breathing in again. Breathing out. Normal belly breathing. And then from here we go into the butterfly. So bring your feet together in a nice comfortable position, like maybe 30-50 centimeters away from your pubic bone. And then start with the chin down. We want to create really space on the back by your rib cage. We really like giving space on the back side of your lungs. Round your spine going down, and also last going into the hips forwards. Now you just hanging out. Use maybe your fist to put the forehead down on, or use cushions or blocks if you have, and bring maybe props under your knees or sitting bones or softness under your ankles. So feel and decide yourself where you want to have more support. If something is not comfortable, use more support. But remember, in the yin, in this fascia, in the tissue, we want to think. And of course, no sharp pains, no shooting pains, especially not in the joints itself. In the length of the muscle, like where the belly is on the muscle, there you can stretch, you can feel an intense stretch, that's fine. Not a sharp shooting pain in the joints itself. Good. So then you really surrender, you focus on creating softness and creating space on the back, creating space in the lungs. And still in this position, just a normal, soft belly breathing, like the mindfulness breath, anapanasati. Just focus on relaxation and be aware of the movement in the belly. And then slowly you're rounding up. Just take it easy. And then what we do next is sleeping swan, or actually swan. Your left leg from front. So swing your right leg backwards. Maybe just bend like, then we call it deer, but it's like a more small swan. And if possible, you stretch your leg. And then most left hip is coming a little bit up, especially when you want to have your hips level. Then bring more props under. But it's also fine to lean a little bit more to the left. Good. So then we want to focus on the long meridian. The long meridian, the area where we can influence with yoga poses, with the stretch, is the chest area to open, armpit area, over the arm, and then ending in the thumb. And then have the large intestine, they belong together, so we cannot see them like one. So they are both. And the large intestine goes on the outside, over the shoulder or over the arm, a little bit to the back, like a kind of side walk to your shoulder blade, and then coming over your shoulder top again to the front to your chest. So actually the whole arm. So what we want here is to focus on the thumbs. So your hands should turn out, and then you bring them down so your fingers watching you, and try to really turn the thumbs in, and then just lean softly into it so you feel a stretch over your arm, maybe your underarm, maybe in the wrist, maybe in the tendons of your hand. But also here, remember, no sharp shooting pain in your joint, your wrist joint now. So shoulders are allowed to relax. And every moment when it's too much, so we do 5 minutes, but maybe after 3 minutes it feels okay. So maybe after a while you just go to the sleeping swan as you go down. And so feel what's comfortable. But this is a place where we create a lot of stagnation for these meridians who are connecting in the arms, especially when we are doing a lot with our fingers, typing, busy on the iPhones or the phones and stuff like that. And so stretch it out, stretching the tendons, the capsule around your wrist. And remember, for healthy joints, the first must is mobility and space, especially the space in the joint. We forget how healthy that is when the joint is getting stiffer and the capsule around is getting stiffer, the bones are pressing more together. And then with every time when we move or lean on it, we damage the cartilage. So how more space, how better it is for the cartilage. And then, of course, the strength and coordination, stability. So first must mobility. So in this class, we do that all. So first we start to creating space in the joints. And after that, we go into the coordination and strength. And especially, it's healthy to have that coordination and strength coming from the center. So that's why we always start with the core and then move more to complex. And then we ending to calm the nerve system. That's how the yin-yang class of Skadi Yoga is built up. So here, just relaxing your breath. Just give your breath a break, just to relax. Okay, so that was the timer. So we are 5 minutes in it. So slowly, you turn your hands down. And when you were in sleeping swan, you slowly coming up. And then from your core, to pull the navel in, you lift yourself up and you bring both knees on hip distance, and then walk your hands forwards and bring your elbows on top, and then lean backwards and lean with your chest down. So we can now really opening the chest and the armpit. So there we stretching now the long meridian. And so really focus to open that. Your head can rest down on your arms. Of course, you can bring your elbows more wider and coming more down. Forehead. You can use cushions for under your chest or movement all the way from today. So finding your position that you feel opening by the chest. That's the target area. Chest, armpits. The compression of the shoulders you will feel. If it's getting sharp, then bring your elbows more wider or stretch your arms. And then you surrender again. So in this posture, we can do again this full yogi breath. So you're breathing in first to the belly, then the flank, then high to the chest. You hold your breath, and then you relax. Let the breath going out, sinking down. Just take one normal breath in between. And then again, the full yogi breath, first to the belly, then to the flanks, then high into the chest. You hold as long as it feels comfortable. If you feel like you have to breathe out, you breathe out. And then breathing out. So do this a couple times on your rhythm. I will do my rhythm so you can follow me, but you can also do it more longer, the holding breath, the kumbhaka, or shorter, what you like. So again, breathing into the belly, into the ribs, into the high chest. Hold your breath. And then exhale softly. Normal breath. Full yogi breath. Belly, side ribs, high chest. Holding your breath. And exhale softly. Normal breath. Let's do one more yogi breath. Belly, side ribs, high chest. Hold your breath. And exhale softly. Now just a normal breath again. How to bring your elbows closer in. Bring your hands down and then glide with your right leg forwards. Bring your shin down. Stretch your back leg or come again into more smaller pigeon or swan with your knee bent. And otherwise, stretch your leg. Bring maybe if you need something on the right back side of your wrist. So you bring your fingers now with your palms up, fingers facing you, the palms up, and because your hands are not shaped for leaning in that, elbow want to bend, shoulder wants to go up. That's fine, but try to lift yourself a little bit more up and then turn the elbows a little bit in as far as possible. Relax your shoulders. If that's too much, bring your hands closer in. And after a while, you just go to sleeping swan. You don't need to stay here for 5 minutes if it's not feeling okay. Because your wrists are very small joints, fragile, they are not shaped to do this. So if it's not feeling okay, don't do it. But this stretch is really good if you have like problems in your whole arm area. Maybe pain in the wrist, pain in the shoulder or elbow, or even neck and headaches can go from too much stagnation in the wrist, like the RSE problem. It's overworking with the tendons of the fingers. So a nice deep stretch will create more space in the joint, help cells, circulation of blood to the chi. If it's not feeling well, don't do it. It can maybe helping you. Stagnation of chi flow in the upper body. And when chi is stagnating, first you notice with pain in that area. It can be in the wrist, can be in the shoulder, neck, or headaches. But it can be also other things if you had headaches. Many things. You never know. But why we are doing it in this class is to help the long and large intestine meridian, to have that flow. If it's too much, then you come out. Maybe you forget that we are also in a deep hip opener. Maybe this is a good way to not focus too much on the hip and to release and let go of tension in the hip. Just a couple of breaths. And just coming out and come to sleeping or they are finished. But when you start to move a little bit your fingers, softly the wrist, that normal feeling is coming back again. And then leaning over to your right. See if you can lean again on your hands and then swing your back leg forward. Stretching also your right and then lying down. So stretch your arms forward, slowly rounding your spine, lie down for a little bit. Just feel the chi flow, the blood circulation in the hips and in the fingers. And then